I don't think of the kids as age, just my kids. One of them is 70 years old, and the youngest one is 55. And I'm 92.
The family is spread from coast to coast now, but way back when Helen was a young mother, this piano and the music they made around it, she believes, were extremely important parts of their lives together.
This is the one piano that the whole family sang around. Music was the throb of our lives.
Now, while at the piano, her family still surrounds her in spirit and in picture frames. She's passed on her passion for music by teaching, taught here until she was 81, and quit only because she had a stroke which left her hearing off kilter. She says she wasn't much of a teacher all those years. I didn't believe her. A recent letter from a student from years ago said she did learn to play the piano.
Well, she said if I didn't learn much music, your counseling sure was good. So maybe that's what I did, I don't know. Oh.
This expert on age has definite beliefs on raising children and is thankful her 6 kids were schooled in a one-room schoolhouse.
There was no peer pressure on them. The parents had the main effect on them, influence on them. And I think it was a lot easier. We didn't have television, and that's a hard thing to battle against, I'll bet you.
She thinks many of we younger parents are maybe shirking our responsibilities by not giving our children more of them.
And I think that's important. I think not only is it important that they help, but it builds within the child itself a feeling of really being important. And I think it's important for a child to feel important.
3 of her 4 sons went on to be doctors. The other retired from the world of education here in Spokane, while her daughters followed in her footsteps in the home. The Rodkey footsteps are heavily imprinted on this land. She and her husband settled in Post Falls in 1934.
It's a long story, the man.
Takes a while to tell a stranger about 54 years of living, loving, laughing, and struggling. But the simple fact that she's living in a house built by her family from trees they cut down on their own land tells us a lot.
And not a lot of houses were built by the family that lives in it.
That's nice.
The house that Jack built.
The house that Helen's family built.
That was years ago, but to this day, new things from the simple earth continue to delight and inspire her.
We have to get down a little closer to see what I really have. I spend a lot of my time out here. I think it helps me to meet the trouble of the day and solve the problems. I forget them.
Like a small child excited by a first-time encounter with life, Helen has that childlike quality of discovery and appreciation that made me feel like I've been missing out. There really is truth to the saying, stop and smell the roses.
Smell those roses? You won't see this anywhere. I never saw one before. Of so many. So many. Goes down clear to the field.
Boy, isn't that something?
Isn't that great?
That's beautiful.
Of course,
She surrounds herself with the beauty of the simplest of things she's made, grown, and nurtured, and gives credit to her long, happy, healthy life to the spirit within.
Positive attitude. Interest in people, interest in things, and Christianity. I'm sure of it.
And I'm sure that sense of humor has a lot to do with it, too.
It's easier to laugh than cry. There have been a lot of times when I could have cried, too, and have. But I don't have anything to cry about now.
Helen Rodkey has spent 92 years cultivating her life, including her talent at the piano. But cultivation on the Rodkey farm south of Post Falls provides a day of rest for Helen Rodkey every Labor Day. This year, it comes with doctor's orders. But even a day of rest for the matriarch does not slow a Rodkey family tradition. 4 generations of Rodkeys are gathered here. They come to cut the wood that warms the family home in winter. Helen Rodkey's family includes 6 children. They left the farm to become physicians, scientists, educators, farmers, homemakers, and ministers of the gospel according to the Presbyterian Church. But they gather in a place from which they have never left.
The ranch itself has been a real haven for us. We've all gone through many different kinds of trials and tribulations, and yet we always knew this was here for us. It was like, well, we have a very strong faith in God, and it's like this is part of God. It's solid.
What a wonderful day.
They talk, they listen, they break bread at mealtime. Simple ingredients that continue the family growth and continue bringing the family together.
We have deliberately cultivated them and brought the people that we married and our children back to encourage them to know their cousins, uncles, grandparents. So it's very important. But it doesn't just happen. It's deliberate.
This family cultivates success and shares a family harvest.
Well, the essentials basically are hard work, honesty, courage, and faith, I would say.
Why are those such qualities in this family?
Well, I think they are passed down from generation to generation, and the children have the wit to appreciate the value, I guess. That's about the answer.
Well, I think that growth of concern and love for others that my mother has so deeply is the most important thing. It's the most important product of this farm.
Helen and Vern Rodkey planted their family and their garden here 54 years ago. Vern died in 1971, but the garden and the family grow well. Near Post Falls, Bob Bostwick, Q6 News.
And then the next year, we moved out with, well, Uncle Royal and Aunt Margaret didn't move in 33.
That's
It was
right.
Granddaddy and Grandmother did, I think. And then, actually, we moved out with Margaret and Royal on the emigrant car.
We brought our things on the emigrant.
Right.
They did too.
Yes.
And Grant and Royal, as you remember, rode the emigrant car.
Yes.
And Elizabeth, Margaret had a pass on the railroad.
And she took Elizabeth.
And she took Elizabeth. And the rest of us went in the car.
1929 Chevrolet.
It wasn't any good anyway. Remember, we shimmied all the way in Yellowstone Park.
Oh, yes.
Had a terrible time.
Catherine was 18 months old, and she, remember how she would, you were trying to get everybody to see everything that we were going along. It wasn't long before Catherine was pushing your face to the window, say, see, see, see. It's amazing, though, that Catherine remembers the pitcher pump in the Maynard house when she was not 8 months old when we moved away from that house. I don't know how she can remember things like that. Well, go ahead. What about your life in Idaho?
Are we there now?
We're there now.
Oh. Well, in Idaho. Yeah. Well, we arrived with that emigrant car. We didn't get there. The emigrant car came later. We had $25. And when the immigrant car came, it was overweight, and it took $12 to get it out of Hawk. And
would have taken more if we hadn't fixed it a little bit.
unloaded it a little, huh?
Yeah, we took two loads of stuff out of it in the middle of the night and carried it out of the...
And on the way home, Grant went to sleep.
That's right.
Woke up in the middle of a field of rocks.
Yeah.
I missed those rocks.
We didn't miss them.
Didn't.
No, but we didn't hit one straight on.
Anyway. Then we had to feed the family of 6 on $12.50 in a town that didn't know us from Adam. But the first thing we did, elbows sticking out and everything else, our clothes weren't even there. You see, they were on the immigrant train. We went to church. We went to church. And of course they didn't notice us the first Sunday. Next Sunday we went to church. And this is our habit of going to church. And so there were some people there that began to notice. Turned around and asked, Vern said, did you ever sing in the church choir? Oh, Vern said, oh, many times. And of course we were all singing. Well, there were 2 people in that church that were there. There were storekeepers, Webster and Evelyn. And so they gave us credit. So that's the way we got along. In the first year we looked around to see how we were going to make a living out there, because it was entirely different than it was at home. There was hardly any land, and it was irrigated, and we didn't want to irrigate. And we were looking, Vern was looking for a wheat ranch. I'm awful glad he didn't get it. You've all been farmers.
You never can tell about that.
Well, you'd been serfs anyway. Anyway, what was I talking about?
Looking for a place. Dad looking for a place to buy.
He was looking over the blues. And you know, Mr. Weather and Mr. Kildall found a place that they thought would be just fine for us over at Cheney.
Mm-hmm.
But they wouldn't tell us. They didn't want us to move.
They didn't want you to move.
Oh, the nicest people in Post Falls, I tell you. Nicest place to live. I mean, the best people. They really were. They were just outstanding. They took us right in like we were somebody and we didn't have a cent.
From the truck. Bye, John. Down the chute into the basement. And that's where it gets stuck. We'll see that after a while. Here we go. Here's John. Here's Johnny. The kids are in the hayloft. Come on, let us know what's going on in there. Say hello.
Hello.
There's Andrew and Rachel and Erica, and Josh. Back there's Chris. Way up there is Sarah.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi there, cutie. Look what we got here. Okay, go ahead and play. Thank you. Stack it up. What? A strip of what? Some wood. Elizabeth. Hello. And Tim. Look at that strong guy. What? Oh, yes. Oh. This is work. This is work. Okay, what do we got back here? Oh, look at those workers. Back here? Carolyn and Mary.
Can you get it in the dark back here?
Well, we're going to try.
Why don't you put that camera down and come out by
Elizabeth
Faust wanted you to get some pictures of the kids in the barn.
Oh, I did. I read her mind.
I want to do this part.
And our ace roving reporter.
Yes, you bet.
Kermit.
The mini cam.
I'm still more creative.
Well, this is what this is all about today. Stacking it up. Youngest and the oldest.
She likes you.
Here's Grant, direct from the Tri-Cities. Not to mention Sandpoint. Is that where you guys live now?
No, it isn't.
Lee?
Diamond Lake. No.
Diamond Lake?
Diamond Lake.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
Sandpoint is
Say hello
about
to the camera.
40 miles ahead.
Yeah, we came from Sandpoint, and I was thinking, goodness.
Marge?
Did you take the road going by the river?
And here's Elizabeth, a smiling face.
Sorry, Debbie.
What?
There's no Kimberly here today.
Kimberly?
Okay.
Why we looked up somebody in Sandpoint.
Oh. This is on tape. Should stay here.
College mates of ours.
There we go.
Hi, Corinne. You got some sun.
Yeah, a little bit. Have a couple of color coordinated and everything.
Yes.
I was reading this poem.
There's Carolyn looking on the sliver. Hello.
It's called a warm. It's called a warm.
There's our baby.
We need to get this thing back further.
Talk to him.
Rod?
Hi, guys.
Oh, we got another camera crew here. I love it.
What's that?
Let me back it up further.
Okay.
Back up so you can see.
I had a fun time last night.
You can go over here and look at Grandma's garden. This way.
You need to direct me. I can't.
Hello. Awful close to me, isn't it? Look at the garden.
And there's the chicken house in the background.
And the barn.
And the barn.
There's Cindy and Marie. Oh, the clan. Chris, smile pretty. Look into the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's Lee.
Oh, you want to go bye-bye? Let's go bye-bye. Ma'am, bye-bye. Okay, here we go.
She couldn't get your slide film.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
Oh, Lee swings one arm, hangs the other one just as limp as...
Oh, hello, Chris. Smile. This is posterity talking. Okay, don't wave then.
We'll leave that to the Russells.
Hi, Uncle Grant.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got a number of waves today.
I
Only 4 of us are doing anything. Only 4 of us are doing anything.
Soon she will
But
be...
we love Grandma, so we're doing this for her.
Well, and the thing is, I have to get this on tape because I had to erase what I had before, and then I will put it down and come home. How's that? Trust me.
So your daughter's going to get in on it.
That's Jan. Okay. Oh.
It's really gnarly.
Oh. Shoo.
Rocky. Oh, yeah. Loggy.
Yes.
Loggy. This is Loggy 25.
Yes.
No, it's
Store date.
Revenge of the Tick. Revenge of the Tick. Revenge of the Woodchuck.
And this is where the wood goes that we saw cutting up and being shot down the chute. And that's Chris. Smiling face, she's always wanted to be in the movies. And there's Elizabeth. Martha Todd. Getting resting from after the hard work. Say hello to the cameraman. Hello, cameraman.
You don't have to have constant frenetic motion.
Oh, yes. Look at that. There's some people playing. My apologies for the movement. I haven't perfected the glide yet.
Boy, if you go down, they're over there in the hill. Oh, well, don't go out of there. Oh.
Need to make coffee, or is that full?
Here's a cucumber. See, notice that seeds?
Does that make sound?
Yeah, it picks up every single sound you make, including the ones I make. So let's be very, very courteous to one another.
Here's Elizabeth. You're getting a cucumber.
Yes, yes.
Oh, did you see this yummy salad? See the yummy salad?
Oh, look at that. We eat good tonight.
This is Leah's toy.
Okay. Thank you very much. And there's great grandma. Oh, smile for camera.
I think I'll just put the dressing separate because here's the
Here's our plate.
You're being put on television.
Well,
this is for posterity.
Who's going to show us?
Oh, I suppose she will.
Yeah, we're going to make tapes of this if you'd like one. This is for posterity. Now, you of all people should appreciate that, Ruth.
Is it sound as well?
At every sound you make.
So if you speak, you can write down.
I suggest courtesy.
Don't be too blunt.
Really. And here we have
Like our city mayor.
the camera
Yes, you're panning.
going to the table.
Going to the table.
Yes, indeed. And here's the
Hold
clock.
on here.
Okay. There's a clock from 1916. Oh, no, this is private. This is closed captioned. And then behind these lovely people is the clock that Lee made
How about that?
all by himself.
That's for Elizabeth's birthday, Christmas.
You got one? I got a whole bunch of people getting you and Rod and her and
Nice to see you, Margaret.
They almost missed it.
Oh my God.
You got her. Keep her. But
Oh, camera running. Hello.
I didn't even know.
I don't think anybody's cried and carried on. Oh, I do.
And here we have the swinging lesson.
Yeah,